Good morning and welcome to Google Ads Academy. My name is Ammar Ibrahim and I'm a director of product management at YouTube Ads based in Google, Switzerland. I would like to talk to you today about three very deep passions of mine: artificial intelligence, YouTube, and YouTube Ads, which I spent most of my time in the last 8 years developing our solutions further. The beginnings of AI can actually be traced to ancient times. It's not a new concept. In Greek mythology, the Greek god Hephaestus, he was the god of blacksmithing and innovation. He gifted the king of Crete a humanoid robot called Talus. Talus guarded the island of Crete from invading ships and autonomously threw rocks at them. For thousands of years, AI stayed in the realms of myth and fiction, similar to other ideas like teleportation or time travel. These use cases feel common today, but actually, many of those things were not possible until a few years ago. Let me give you an example. If you search for something like yak in a mountain in Google Photos is able to find photos from those animals that were, for example, taken on a trek to Nepal. This is actually pretty impressive. Today, we cannot talk about AI without talking about generative AI. What is so crazy about generative AI is that up until recently, when somebody sent you a piece of music, for example, that was generated by AI, if you were a scientist or an AI developer, this would be exciting and impressive. But for most people, it's something that you'd play like once or twice and think, okay, this might be cool, and then dismiss it. AI was doing well in areas like natural language processing, text-to-speech, machine perception, and pattern recognition. But generating high-quality creative content was not an area that AI was doing well. This is a paradigm shift, and I've heard many experts making big analogies and saying that this could be one of the most important technologies that humanity has developed so far. At the heart of generative AI is something called large language models, and this is what gives it its incredible capabilities. Large language models, explained in very simple words, are algorithms that are able to predict the next sequence. So, for example, the next best word that can autocomplete something, or the best next sentence. Pretty much like when you were in school filling in the blank, it turns out that if you take large amounts of data and put billions and billions of parameters and train these models, incredible things start to emerge. They learn grammar very well. They learn how to do things like translation, write a story, or summarize a piece of text. This is why you might be surprised, as I was surprised, when I started to see this stuff. It's like all of a sudden, how did we go from AI was not doing anything interesting in terms of generating content to this mind-blowing, high-quality, human-level creativity output? It turns out, if you're able to predict the best next word or the best next sentence, you can start to do this across other types of formats. For example, you can predict the next best pixel or the next best patch of an image. You can predict the best next note or the next best sequence of music, and it will give you super abilities to generate images, audio, write code, and many other things. Now that we've talked about the evolution of AI, I want to tell you about the evolution of my favorite content platform to watch video content. YouTube. YouTube has incredible reach. Globally, more than 2 billion people monthly are watching content on YouTube. And they're doing it on all different devices. When I started working for YouTube a long time ago, YouTube viewing was mostly happening on desktop and laptop computers. Then the mobile boom happened and smartphones became dominant and viewing was happening primarily on the mobile device. The latest thing we have is large screens, and the boom on watching content on TV and large screen devices is growing at a crazy pace. As of January 2022, on average, viewers are watching over 700 million hours of YouTube content on TV daily. We are in a true multi-device world, and also people are using YouTube throughout the day in very different situations and mindsets. They are streaming video content on their mobile, for example, or maybe they're going through their personalized feed to try to find a recommendation for what to watch next, or they are researching which products to buy, or they might be with family and friends watching together on a big screen in their living room. YouTube delivers content for all these situations, and we see a boom of content on both ends of the spectrum. We see snackable, fresh, scrappy short-form content that is typically less than 60 seconds, and we also see on the other end long-form content that is studio-like production quality growing at a very large pace. Creators deliver all these types of content, and viewers love having the choice to watch whatever they want, whenever they want. And it's not going to stop here. There will be new devices, there will be new formats, and new context. And we always have new trends that are going to be coming in the future. For example, we see today people watching short video content on TV. What do you make of all of that? It's very challenging as a marketer to put all of this stuff together. Even more, today, customers and viewers have high expectations when they watch ads or they want to interact with them. They want them to be relevant. If those ads or those creatives are not relevant for them, they are not going to pay as much attention. As an advertiser, you have a great opportunity to reach people on YouTube, but it also is challenging to be relevant and reach people on all these formats and all these devices. We have leveraged AI technology that is available at our fingertips right now, and we packaged it inside many of the things that we do inside YouTube ads. Let me tell you more about that. One feature I would like to highlight is target frequency. This has only been able to be done because of YouTube's large audience scale and our machine learning capabilities. We are able to deliver frequency in a way that has never been done before. My team is leading the work on frequency management, and the team launched frequency controls that let you simply set a weekly frequency goal for your campaign, and we automate the rest. Only YouTube has the audience scale and the AI capabilities to be able to predict and shape frequency at an individual user level. This means less ad wastage for you and less overexposure and less annoyance to your audiences. Unlike linear TV, YouTube optimizes for a target frequency, not an average frequency across all your audiences. Google AI is there to make it easier for you as a marketer to achieve your goals. With automation, you don't need to worry about how to choose and balance formats. AI can help drive results across the entire funnel. In lower funnel campaigns, we give you significantly more conversions. Or, for example, in upper funnel campaigns with video reach, you can get better efficiencies and reach more people for the same amount of spend. As we have mentioned at GML recently, we are launching new campaigns and we are upgrading some of our existing campaigns with new inventories and new capabilities. Demand Gen is a new campaign type that extends beyond YouTube to Gmail and the Discover feed. It allows an even broader mix of video and image assets to be used. I'm also very excited about an upgrade we're doing to Classic TrueView. Classic TrueView is the format that started the digital video ads revolution. People thought it was crazy, something like 10 years ago, to only pay when people watch your ad for at least 30 seconds. We gave users the choice to skip and made sure that you only pay when people choose to engage and watch your ad. Now, we're evolving it by adding shorts and in-feed inventory with new viewpoints and packaging it in a campaign type that optimizes for delivering maximum views per dollar. Actually, in early testing, we have seen that you will get 40% more views with Video View campaign compared to classical TrueView. Now that we've covered how our AI-powered campaigns can help you reach people everywhere on YouTube, on all these devices, on all these contexts, we need to talk about how we're also making it easier for you to generate and have the right creative across all the right surfaces. Having all those creative variations for all those surfaces is very time-consuming and also could be very expensive. That's why we have an AI-powered creative suite that is anchored on 3 things to help you: create, enhance, and evaluate. We can help you create a new video from your existing assets like image and text and even pre-existing videos so they can fit in more places. We know that Shorts is growing very, very rapidly and it is a vertical experience. So if you don't have a vertical video, that's fine, because Flip Video will take your horizontal video and intelligently generate a vertical video for you. This is really important because in Performance Max campaigns, we see that the campaigns that had a video of each aspect ratio, like horizontal, square, and vertical, managed to deliver 20% more conversions on YouTube than the ones that were missing those aspect ratios. Trim is another really cool tool that takes your long video and cut it into shorter formats. For example, 6 seconds, 15 seconds, or 30 seconds. And recently, you could do any custom length of your choice. AI is not only helping with visual elements, but also generating audio. Google AI will make it easier to reach the right audiences and deliver the message in the best suitable format for every advertiser. But what exactly can you do today? Take advantage of the opportunity on YouTube by leveraging existing and new AI-powered campaign and creative solutions. Consistently explore new AI-powered innovations and test performance for your company and brand. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed today's session.
Welcome to today's event of the Google Ads Academy. I'm Laura Marchetti, the YouTube Ads Product Lead here at Google. In today's session, you'll learn how to create an effective YouTube strategy across the funnel, from awareness to action, as well as building excellent creatives. So let's dive into it. Buying YouTube across multiple MOs allows you to meet customers at different stages in the journey, while effectively delivering towards a key business objective. This strategy allows creative and media to work together across the full funnel to create new demand and convert current demand. While YouTube Ads will allow you to target users at a different stage of the purchasing journey through the different audience types, we also recommend to tailor your creatives according to each stage of the funnel. And later today, you'll learn about it. The consumer journey is constantly evolving and getting more complex, with countless touch points before the purchase. And with new ways to discover, research, and purchase, customers are engaging across an ever-growing number of channels. So since our digital landscape is in continued evolution, now more than ever it's really important to move at the pace of consumers. And we know that the journey is not linear. Shoppers cycle through modes of exploration and evaluation, known as the messy middle, before even making a purchase. And I bet you find yourself navigating this messy middle many times. So advertisers that adopt a full funnel strategy are more likely to meet any consumer needs, no matter where they are in the path to purchase, whether they heard about your brand or they need to hear more about it prior to convert. Additionally, you can apply Google Audiences and first-party data to define an audience-first strategy tied to your business goals. In fact, sharing consented customer data can generate 2 times incremental revenue of an ad placement. Google's real-time signals and machine learning allow you to find additional consumers, re-engage past site visitors with remarketing and customer match, and enhance your remarketing and customer match with similar audiences. And it's not just a theory, there are numbers here to tell us. When advertisers truly harness the power of YouTube full funnel strategies, they see brand video generates 28% of their assisted conversions, and when paired with YouTube Action specifically, they drive 9% conversion increase. But moving on to the top of the funnel now, when advertisers truly harness the power of YouTube reach, they see business results. Brand advertisers see an increase in ROI when they use YouTube to complement TV reach. And performance advertisers see conversions when they tap into 2 or more reach formats. So how do we start? Let's have a look at the top of the funnel, how to drive awareness with the new video reach campaign mixes. In a world where they can watch anything, the world watches YouTube. And you probably already know this. YouTube is the second most visited website in the world and the first video platform for reach and watch time. That means that you have the potential to reach a huge number of people with your videos. YouTube is used by over 1 billion people every month, and people watch over 1 billion hours of video on YouTube every day. So when we talk about rich formats on YouTube, we're talking about bumpers, non-skips, skippable ads, all bought on a CPM, meaning that you are bidding and paying on an impression basis, much like traditional TV. But with video rich campaign mixes, we ask you to think objective first. So 3 of the most effective tactics for growing brand awareness are driving efficient reach, driving views of your complete message, and driving reach at a specific frequency. We want you to think about which approach best aligns with your objective. So the core piece of VRC mixes is ensuring both formats are in a single campaign, so the Google AI can optimize the format delivery to hit your goal in the most cost-efficient way. Plus, it's also easy to manage. There is still a lot of work that goes into building a campaign, but VRC Mixes is designed to simplify campaign setup and then lean on Google AI for optimization to hit that goal. First of all, it's an easy setup. Upload multiple video assets in a single campaign and we'll serve the best combination of video ad formats to achieve the set objective. Real-time optimizations. Google's AI tools perform 24/7 optimization to streamline campaign management. No need to readjust your format mix mid-flight. And lastly, but not the least, improved performance. Real-time optimizations drive better, more cost-efficient results that your brand can rely on. Google AI-powered advertising solutions are the best way to stay ahead of the curve in the current market, where consumer behavior can be unpredictable. They learn from your inputs, such as your goals and your ad creative, and optimize your campaign performance using a variety of signals. And awareness is just the beginning. According to Nielsen, a full funnel YouTube strategy drives 10% higher ROI compared to only awareness advertising. So how do we generate demand for our business? You can combine the video-rich campaign mixes with video action campaigns to tell your story to each audience type and across all the available inventory. An always-on strategy on VRC and VAC allows for most efficient reach and conversion volume of any combination. And research recommends a 15% allocation of budget to drive results for each campaign type. Now I'll hand over to Adi to dive deeper into the action formats.
Hi, my name is Adhiraj and I work as a product lead at Google. I'm going to go through how you can use YouTube for Action and Performance Max as part of your full funnel strategy. To deliver maximum reach, you will want to combine your optimized audience strategy with YouTube placements inventory and scale with ease. With video action campaigns, you can scale across top converting premium inventories like the home feed, watch pages, Google Video Partners, and Connected TV, all in one campaign. The fastest growing channel out of these is YouTube Shorts, which is YouTube's short form, mobile optimized experience centered around vertical full screen videos. YouTube's Shorts has now surpassed 50 billion daily views. The watch experience is built for engagement. The interactive feed allows for frictionless engagement such as comments, shares, likes, or subscriptions. The benefits of using Shorts with VAC doesn't stop there. Recent Google data shows that adding a vertical asset to video action campaigns delivered 10 to 20% more conversions per dollar on Shorts than on landscape alone. You can also enhance your video action campaigns by allowing customers to interact with product imagery and details from your Google Merchant Center while they watch your ad to drive more clicks and over 60% more conversions at a lower CPA. And as a best practice, we recommend that you run video action campaigns with product feeds alongside your smart shopping campaigns with new customer acquisition goals. And similarly, if you have lead generation goals, you can use lead forms to easily collect leads with a frictionless experience without needing people to leave the platform. You can tailor the lead form to your business by adding additional qualifying questions and make this more effective by using Google's search data and your own first-party data. Now, one of the most powerful tools that video action campaigns have is the use of custom audiences. You can create these by combining Google signals and your definitions of audiences relevant to your business. You can use custom audiences to target all of those audiences that actively searched for your business or related keywords on either search or YouTube. This extends your reach to all those audiences that have high intent but have not yet reached your website. Now, bringing in Performance Max campaigns. They work as a great complement to all other campaign types that are already in your account and help bring in incremental conversions. Performance Max uses the full power of Google AI to bring in incremental conversions across different Google channels. You can find untapped growth opportunities from new search queries and channels to drive better results towards your goals. Performance Max optimizes your budget across channels in real time to get your business to peak budget agility and helps you to quickly adapt to fast-changing consumer trends. Performance Max runs across 6 different types of inventories and helps you bring in incremental conversions for your account. Now, Performance Max is able to optimize bids across channels. It looks for the most efficient channel that can be used to convert the customer towards your goals and serves them ads there. This means that your next highest ROI conversion could come from a channel that you hadn't considered. Because of this, advertisers who use Performance Max achieve on average over 18% more conversions at a similar cost per action. And similar to VAC, having the right input for creatives is extremely important for Performance Max to be able to perform at its best. Performance Max needs a combination of text, images, and video-based assets. The more the variation and the higher the number of these different assets, the more the AI is able to test out different combinations to understand what works best and use that to bring in more efficient and incremental conversions. Now, Audience Signals is an exciting feature unique to Performance Max. This gives marketers the opportunity to assist in steering automation closer to their marketing goals and helps the campaign ramp up faster. Adding in custom audiences, remarketing lists, and customer match lists is a best practice while setting up Performance Max campaigns. And now that you've been running Performance Max campaigns for some time, you will get various different insights. You'll get insights for which audience lists are converting best for your campaigns, which audience lists are responding well to which types of assets, and which search topics are converting best for all of your ads. You can use all of these insights to drive your creative creation process and use it to keep optimizing your PMax campaigns. You can also use these insights for your video action campaigns and upper funnel campaigns. Now, that is all for how you create a full funnel strategy. And I hope you found this informative and are looking forward to trying out full funnel strategies to make the most of your Google Ads investments.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Ads Academy. My name is Marco, and I'm a regional product lead for video solution at Google. Today, I'm very happy to introduce our latest Google AI-powered solution to amplify your brand and drive consideration demand for your business. Introducing Demand Gen. Every brand has a sales ceiling. At any single point in time, there is a finite amount of sales and demand for your brand. As your business grows, it ultimately becomes tapped out. Because creating new demand can take longer than converting existing demand, marketers must focus on both at the same time to truly maintain sales growth sustainably. It's clear that marketers are navigating a lot of changes today. We have all seen a huge increased usage of digital and social, which has given these channels a greater influence over consumer decisions. As a result, competition for consumer attention is also growing, with marketers relying on more and more platforms to reach all of their target audiences. We have also witnessed the emergence of short-form video. Just recently, we found that 50% of consumers watch an online video before making a purchase. Along with accelerated digital usage, the consumer path to purchase has shifted too, and is no longer linear. Consumers can discover products and make purchase decisions anywhere in the funnel, as they stream, scroll, and connect across multiple touchpoints and channels. We are actually finding that 1/3 of consumers are spending more time making decisions and considering more brands. Further, it's easier than ever for consumers to change their minds about who to buy from, with 48% of consumers happy to make the switch for a better deal. And if you do make it into a consumer's consideration set, there's a 3 times increase in likelihood that you'll ultimately beat out the competition when a purchase is made. With all these changes, it's crucial to continue to drive demand. Google and YouTube combined in a new purpose-built performance solution that gives social buyers access to more than 3 billion monthly users. To generate demand, you have to reach as much of your target audience as possible and do it where consumers are making decisions. 87% of consumers say YouTube helps them make purchase decisions faster, and they are 2 times more likely to use YouTube for researching a brand versus other video or social media platforms. So why should you care about the YouTube feed in particular? No other platform has a stronger combination of user reach and engagement. And as we mentioned prior, without influencing consumer in the mid-funnel, you risk not to creating future demand for your products and services. Further, YouTube was named the most innovative social media platform in 2023. And this is very exciting for us. Therefore, I'm very happy to introduce Demand Gen. Demand Gen is a new ad solution that helps advertisers find and convert consumers with immersive, relevant, and visual creatives that grab attention and inspire action in the right moment. You can power up your social marketing performance by tapping into the combined powerhouse of YouTube and Google to boost your impact beyond social. There are multiple creative formats available in Demand Gen across YouTube, Discover, and Gmail, including various aspect ratio, single image, carousel, and product-specific formats. With the combination of video and image ads now in one single campaign, Demand Gen offers a more immersive ad experience that helps you spark action in moments when customers are ready to engage. Further, Demand Gen combines Google and YouTube touchpoints to grab attention and spur action. First, they allow advertisers to connect with consumers only on YouTube and Google's most immersive, personalized touchpoints and feeds. Even better, advertisers can run audience-first campaigns to specific segments and tailor creatives based on their campaign and business goals. And finally, advertisers can optimize and measure across the full funnel. Taking a closer look at the Demand Gen surfaces, YouTube in particular has the largest and most engaged audience. The rise in short-form video is driving YouTube average time spent and engagement. YouTube audiences are now the most engaged when compared to other apps. Further, we know YouTube Shorts is exploding, now with 1.5 billion monthly logged-in users, and Demand Gen allows you to get instant access to this desirable inventory. Based on a recent survey, we are also finding that 83% of users, when shopping on YouTube, feel like they can get the highest quality information about products or services. One of the unique benefits of Demand Gen is access to Google audiences. Our audiences are generated from signals across 8 of our properties, ranging from searching on Google Maps for a local coffee shop, to watching cooking tutorials, to checking on the latest Eurocup scores. So a lot of information. These users are expressing interest and intent, powering up our audience solution to meet your goal. And we have built a brand new solution unique to only Demand Gen campaigns. And this is Lookalike Audience, where you can leverage your own customer data and then use our dataset to find potential customers that share similar characteristics. Your customers are already shopping on YouTube and Google Feeds, and Demand Gen shopping features can help you find new customers, re-engage, and drive them down the funnel. With Demand Gen, you are able to tap into the power of Google Feed. By attaching product feeds to your Demand Gen campaigns, you can turn your ad into a virtual storefront, helping consumers discover your brand and products and drive them towards the point of sales. Let's have a look at how you can optimize your campaign. First, you can optimize for conversions. In addition to that, you'll be able to optimize and measure across the funnel with maximized click bidding to drive consideration goals like site visits. Demand Gen optimizes for website traffic, converts high-value users, and bids against efficient metrics while using data-driven attribution to show the full value of a campaign in the Google ecosystem. You can leverage full funnel measurement tools, including brand lift studies and search lift studies, to demonstrate the incremental impact of your campaign. Brand lift is a survey-based measurement of brand impact. The target audience is split into a control group and an exposed group. Both groups will then receive the same survey in GA interface that will determine if the ad exposure had an effect on the metric that you are measuring. And then we have search lift. Search lift analyzes organic searches on both Google and YouTube. It measures the difference between model behavior of exposed users who saw your ad with the model behavior of how these exposed users would have searched if they had not seen an ad. So very powerful tool to measure the impact of your campaign. And finally, DDA, data-driven attribution. This attribution model helps you navigate and measure which interaction played a role in driving value and facilitates the assignment of credit to the campaign that contributed. This allows bidding to prioritize the most impactful strategies. We are very excited about Demand Gen that we have designed to help you unlock new demand and drive impact for your business. Thank you, and we'll see you soon in the next session.
Welcome to the Google Ads Academy. My name is Omid Yazdan-Pana, and I'm a video product specialist here at Google. Today I'm going to talk about our top 5 creative tools to support you through every stage of the creative process in order to fully be prepared for the upcoming retail season in Q4. This can be during the planning phase, for example in Q3, during creating and editing, and finally when testing and optimizing. Our first tool is the Asset Picker in Google Ads. Upload creative assets directly to your campaign or source new assets with Asset Picker. This is an asset selection tool embedded into Google Ads. So basically, you provide an URL or social media page, and the tool will scan the website and extract the assets. always try to maximize your image assets uploads to improve creative efficiency. The second tool, and one of my favorite tools, video creation in Google Ads. Video creation in Google Ads is a free tool and an easy way to turn existing images into video ads that drive results. You can choose from a growing library of video templates, and to customize your videos with brand assets and messaging is easy as it is. So we recently also added vertical ads and seasonal events as templates, so definitely check them out. One of the more exciting tools that got launched recently is the text to voiceover in Google Ads. VoiceOver in Google Ads is a free and an easy way to add high-quality, lifelike text-to-speech voiceovers to any existing video assets in minutes. Many of our advertisers have started to test this out, so unlock the benefits of VoiceOver across all your video ads. Oh, and we have recently also added more languages. Let me show you an example of Sony. Sony used this tool to increase awareness by adding VoiceOver to their existing video. Not only did they see a higher ad recall, but they also lowered the cost per lifted user.
The Sony Bravia XR TV is the world's first TV with a cognitive processor. It has the power to think like the human brain and truly understand how you see and experience the world. Making every picture breathe, the TV brings you closer to reality and surrounding you with the most immersive sound. The Sony Bravia XR TV series.
The fourth tool is a trim video in Google Ads. You can now create 6-second bumper ads from longer existing video assets. We leverage Google's machine learning to automatically create several bumper ads in a matter of seconds. This can be very useful for TV advertisers who need to transform their existing long videos into 6-second bumper ads. Again, it's free, easy to use, and the assets are ready in minutes. Our last tool is the Video Experiments. Video Experiments is our A/B creative and audience testing solution, helping advertisers to understand which creatives resonate the best with their key audiences. You can test multiple creatives against one audience or test one creative against multiple audiences. We recommend to run parallel brand lift studies when using Video Experiments. We have created an overview of all the tools and resources that we have covered today. Have a look at the attachments and feel free to share this if needed. Finally, Google AI is here to help you out with your creatives. Google Ads is harnessing AI to make creating campaign assets easier and maybe even fun. We will be adding new AI-powered features in Google Ads that can make and create campaign assets easier and more efficient. So stay tuned for more exciting features.
Sosa cat
Food. Good for your cat. Buena para el planeta.
Thank you for joining us today. I hope that you have a clear understanding of our creative toolkit, and I wish you all the best with the upcoming Retail season.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Google Ads Academy. I'm Timo and I work as an EMEA product lead for video ads. In this session, we talked about AI, new product features, and the power of great creatives. So let's take one step back and look at the Google ecosystem as a whole. I brought a selection of interesting numbers and stats, so let's dive right into it. It's clear that marketers are navigating a lot of changes today. We've seen a huge increase in usage of digital and social, which has given these channels a greater influence over how customers decide on what to buy and what services to use. As a result, competition for consumer attention is also growing, with marketers relying on more and more platforms to reach all of their target audiences. We've also witnessed that the emergence of short-form video is becoming more popular. Just recently, we found that 50% of consumers watch an online video before making a purchase. This can mean growing creative costs for advertisers who are looking for opportunities to more effectively scale their efforts by reaching the right audiences. The challenge to capture attention is therefore getting bigger and more complex, so consumers have become more intentional in how they evaluate brands, including their consideration of new brands. Digital consumption has continued to increase year over year, and consumers are now spending more time on their mobile devices, and they're also doing a lot more, averaging about 46 apps per month through 2021. 46, that's a huge number of different apps. Along with accelerated digital use, the consumer path to purchase has shifted too, and it's no longer linear. Consumers can discover products and make purchase decisions anywhere in the funnel, as they stream, scroll, and connect across multiple touchpoints and channels. We're finding that 1/3 of consumers are spending more time making decisions and considering more different brands. Further, it's easier than ever for consumers to change their minds about where to buy and who to buy from, with 48% of consumers happy to make a switch for a better deal. Conversely, if you do make it into the consumer's consideration set, there's a 3 times increase in likelihood that you'll ultimately beat out the competition when purchase is being made. With all of those changes, it's crucial to continue to drive demand across the entire funnel. Amongst all feed choices, Google has a significant footprint among online feed users who scroll through feeds like Instagram or Amazon. 98% of all of them use our Google feeds, allowing you to reach up to 3 billion people with our ecosystem. That's why now is the right time to diversify your strategy to reach high-value audiences through the entire messy consumer journey. So why should you care about the YouTube feed in particular? No other platform has a stronger combination of user reach and engagement. And as we mentioned before, without influencing consumers in the mid-funnel, you risk not creating future demand for your products and services. This chart, sourced by App Annie, shows that although consumers are spending the most time in TikTok across all other platforms, its active users fall far below the ones of Facebook and YouTube. YouTube is ultimately in the sweet spot of reach and user engagement, so you can effectively generate demand for your business and sustain long-term growth. To generate demand, you have to reach as much of your target audience as possible and do it where consumers are making the decisions. We see that 87% of consumers say YouTube helps them make purchase decisions faster. And they are 2 times more likely to use YouTube for researching products and brands versus other video and social media platforms, according to TalkShop. YouTube also has 33% more relevant ads than other video and social media platforms, according to the viewers. And being relevant makes an ad significantly more effective. Further, YouTube was named the #1 most innovative social media platform of 2023, with a special shout out to our latest addition to the mix, YouTube Shorts. But how does the Google feed stack up to other social channels? Does it actually drive action? To find that out, we'll look at the results of the consumer discovery study, particularly to the question, what kind of updates do you look for when you scroll through the following mobile sites, apps? In the red box, you'll see that when it comes to looking for content about products and brands, and also services, Google Feeds outperforms by 25% versus social channels. It becomes clear that YouTube is the place for your potential consumers to get more details about your business. And there's more. Shoppers turn to their YouTube creators to get help from their favorite creators when shopping every day. That's why viewers say that YouTube is their #1 platform they use to research a product or brand or make a decision about a purchase. According to a survey conducted by TalkShop, YouTube is ranked #1 amongst all video services and social media platforms for shopping and browsing if they could only pick one service. And when we dig deeper here, we see the shift is being driven by Generation Z and millennial shoppers aged from 18 to 41 years, who, when asked what touchpoints were most influential in their purchasing decisions, were 2 times more likely than older generations to say that watching video or social media content has influenced their decision. We're also finding that 83% say when shopping or browsing on YouTube, they feel like they get the highest quality of information about products, according to TalkShop, in countries that were surveyed. You've now seen the trust shoppers have in the YouTube creators and also the platform. Brands and retailers can enjoy a halo effect on YouTube because our research shows that people trusted a brand more when they saw it on a platform they trusted. According to a survey conducted by TalkShop, viewers rated YouTube ads as significantly more trustworthy, credible, and honest than ads on other video and social media platforms. That's 58% versus the 42% average. With trusting relationships, 3 things happen. Number 1, customers make decisions faster. 87% of customers say browsing on YouTube helped them make purchase decisions faster. Number 2, they spend much more. There is a 1.6 increase in basket size when consumers shop across YouTube and Google Search versus search alone. And thirdly, but not least, lower returns. So that being meant returns products they ship back because they don't want to keep it. 93% of viewers who shop on YouTube keep their purchases compared to 84%, which is the retail industry average. Overall, all of that is great for business. In addition to the power of YouTube, our ad solutions also give you access to the best of the Google Discovery and Gmail feeds. So the Google feeds are widely used in the customer day-to-day lives, and 86% of consumers say that they discovered new products or brand on our feeds. And this discovery turns into unexpected intent. 1 in 3 consumers say they've purchased something on the Google feeds they were not originally shopping for. Out of all of our owned and operated video and display platforms, YouTube in particular has the largest and most engaged audience. The rise in short-form video is driving YouTube's average time spent and engagement. YouTube's audiences are now the most engaged when compared to other apps, with users spending 46 minutes per day with YouTube versus 37 minutes on TikTok. For key demographic ages, 18 between 24, that's 84% of watching YouTube versus 66% and 63% of Instagram and TikTok respectively. Further, we know that YouTube Shorts is exploding, now with 1.5 billion monthly logged-in users. It's a really sought-after inventory in the market. From snackable to long-form, mobile to big screen, YouTube is where Generation Z comes to find the latest trends and discover content and creators. While there's been a continued proliferation from video formats and technologies, YouTube is still the top platform for this audience. And our recent data shows that users are turned into YouTube Shorts when over 50 billion daily views globally. When viewers turn to Shorts, they are in the mood for discovery, which creates the ideal environment for advertisers to reach new and engaged audiences. For Discover, our latest feed experience, it comes with the content tailored just to your interests. You'll see it when you use Google Chrome or the Google app and scroll down without entering a keyword. You can also swipe left on your Android phone. And when we're finding that 63% of consumers discover new products or brands on Google Feeds. Among those, 98% of feed users are aged between 18 and 25, spend time on Google Feeds, and 97% of feed users aged 26 to 40 spend time on Google Feeds. So that's a lot. That's a very much majority of the entire population in that age group. And finally, we see that 91% of all users take action immediately after discovering new products or brands on our feeds. For Gmail, we're also exploring more visually engaging experiences directly within your social and promotions tab. These experimental formats are focused on deepening engagement with your ad content before they click out to the feed. Overall, you can see that the joint power when you leverage the entire Google ecosystem across the funnel. I will leave you with that last statement. All of our solutions work best when working together because they're designed to work better together. Thank you so much.
Hey,
Bob, how you doing?
Hey, Roger, how are you?
I'm just relaxing in the Swiss Alps. Take a look.
Yeah, it's good for you. Listen, about the Switzerland film you want me to do?
Yeah, did you see the boot film I sent you?
I'm watching it as we speak. I don't like it.
What?
Just look at where you are, Roger. I mean, you got your mountains, your skiing resorts, your charming little towns, your green valleys. There's no drama. No drama at all.
Seriously? But did you see the bits with the sunset?
Roger, from a certain type of actor, I need an edge, conflict, jeopardy. Switzerland is just too perfect.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You guys are too nice. You should have said, fuck you.
Okay, listen. How about the two of us on this special mission? We ski down the slope.
What, skiing down the slope together?
We go even skydiving.
Come on.
Then we land on these fields and the cows are grassing.
Roger, I have to be honest with you. It's not happening.
Nah.
Sorry, Roger. Maybe call Hanks.
Who?
Good morning and welcome to the Google Ads Academy. My name is Scott Little and I'm an agency sales manager at Google Switzerland. Today I'm here with Dominik Stöcklin and Martin Palli from Switzerland Tourism to talk about their YouTube first strategy. Welcome.
Thank you, pleasure being here.
Hello. Your three-part YouTube campaign starring Roger Federer, as well as Hollywood stars like Robert De Niro, Anne Hathaway and Trevor Noah, got more than 200 million views on YouTube. Your first video won 22 awards in 2021 and became the first European commercial video ever to enter the top 10 of the global Cannes YouTube Ads leaderboard in 2021. I'm curious, what's your secret? Is it Roger?
Working with Roger has been truly inspiring and rewarding at the same time. He always encouraged us to think big, despite we as a national tourism board usually operate with much smaller budgets than our competitors in the industry, like international airlines or international hotel chains. So the collaboration with him really elevated us on a totally new level and enabled us to open doors that we were before not even thinking of. So in a way, yes, Roger played an important part in this success, but I believe not only.
From a daily work perspective, there are three important pillars we see. First of all, it's the creative idea. Without a creative idea, no campaign will ever spark fire. Secondly, it's storytelling. You need to understand the different platforms, the different ad formats, and tell stories accordingly. And last but not least, it's campaign execution during the whole phase of the campaign, during the complete customer journey, and understand distribution plans accordingly.
You produced your first video right in the thick of the pandemic, when travel was practically at a standstill. Now, some might say that's very bold, or even, can I say it, a bit crazy. Are you a group of born risk takers at Switzerland Tourism?
The production with De Niro and Federer was really intense and also very challenging. It was at the high time of the pandemic, and we had to produce De Niro in New York and Roger Federer in Switzerland. And for the production in New York, as a solution, we hired a New York-based filming company, and we managed the whole filming process remotely, which was a first-time experience for us, and probably also for De Niro. Fun fact, the director of the film, he was sitting in Copenhagen, directing De Niro through Zoom, and that was really challenging and a bit crazy. But on the other hand, the risks and also the efforts, they really paid off because we were among the first ones to launch a new global tourism campaign then right at the end of the pandemic. So timing was really important at that time. And we believe it really paid off.
Your boldness has certainly paid off, as your first video featuring Robert De Niro went viral and generated an impressive 52 million views on YouTube. Can you provide us with some more concrete numbers that demonstrate the extent of your success?
So obviously the most striking figure are those 200 million views we had on all 3 videos, but there are more fascinating numbers. So for example, with the first video, the one with Roger and De Niro, we reached more than 1 billion earned media reach. So one video and a lot of success in newspapers and online news and so on. But there are also other figures some might not know. For example, with all the campaigns, we had different competitions with a lot of competitors willing to win the prize. Then our YouTube channel grew, so that helps us down the line for all the further campaigns who are in planning. And then we learned a lot playing the whole customer journey. Within the second campaign, we tried to push a Grand Tour app and we generated downloads there. And even with the third campaign, we were able to sell train tickets. So that's maybe the most success.
Now let's shift to YouTube as a platform. Instead of dazzling the TV screen with your Hollywood star-studded videos, you've chosen YouTube almost exclusively. Why?
So first of all, a lot of people watch YouTube in their living rooms, so it's kind of watching TV. So that's one factor. And then for Switzerland Tourism, with those big campaigns, it's important to reach a worldwide audience. And on YouTube, we can reach those worldwide audience quite easily. So that's maybe the most important factor. And then there are a lot of different formats we can play with. Now we also have YouTube Shorts, for example, and that makes it very interesting for us as an advertiser. And moreover, in a short amount of time and with any budget, any company can use YouTube as a worldwide advertising channel. And this makes it really fascinating also for small and medium-sized companies like Switzerland Tourism as a very effective and efficient way of advertising.
How important is YouTube for your marketing strategy?
YouTube is very important for our marketing strategy. The significance is twofold. On one side, we use it as a platform to distribute our campaigns with paid ads. On the other side, it's a social media and content platform where we can use our content and also test it sometimes. Video content is extremely important nowadays in marketing. That's not a secret anymore. But we then really like to focus on YouTube because YouTube is a platform that delivers the best user experience in this field and enables us to learn something by gathering feedback and insights out of the distribution directly. And with that, we're trying to get better and better and learn something. Besides the classical YouTube formats, we think that also a YouTube series or also the YouTube Shorts, as Dominic mentioned them already, are interesting formats.
You've already touched upon it, but I'd like to delve deeper into your choice of longer YouTube ads. While many creators and advertisers go for shorter content, in today's era of bit-sized media, you chose to tell longer stories with your latest video featuring Trevor Noah running for almost 4 minutes. Can you explain the reason behind the decision and why longer videos are an integral part of your strategy?
So that's true. With Roger, we produced 3 rather long videos, but we don't actually pursue a long video strategy only. So we use a mix of longer videos, but also shorter videos. So we also think that a 6-second or 15-second video can attach attention. It's all about that mix. So for some campaigns, we use rather short videos and traffic ads, for example. And then for other campaigns, we call them hero campaigns. We use those longer video formats with compelling storytelling and catch attention over several minutes.
Creativity plays a vital role in making ads stand out. How did you ensure that your creative idea resonated with the audience?
Well, nowadays in the sea of content, and especially video content that we have, advertisers try to use elements to make them, as you said, stick out or stand out of the sea of content. And usually you work with elements like humor or like sensory experiences or relevance or unexpected elements in a film. For us, it was more important that the story really is aligned very much with our brand, and that the message is clear, focused, and to the point, and that it's also a bit edgy. Because at the end, what makes good content is when not everybody likes your content. So I believe that's a way to differentiate the content.
As an experienced advertiser who has achieved remarkable success on YouTube, do you have any valuable tips or advice for those who are just starting out and looking to advertise on the YouTube platform?
The most important tip is to understand that so many people are using YouTube. If you understand that, you understand why YouTube should play an integral part of every marketing strategy. And then it's a lot about thinking about different formats. There we use this hygiene hub hero model, so produce different style of content and distribute them accordingly during the whole year.
After these very successful campaigns, we would of course be very interested to hear what are you planning as a next campaign?
Yes, there will be another campaign, but of course right now at the moment we are in the concept phase, so unfortunately I can't tell you who is the next co-star or if there is one, but we will try very hard to achieve the successes or to continue the success story that we built up during the last 3 years.
Thank you, Martin, and thank you, Dominic. It's been really great having you here today. It was really interesting to hear about your experiences with your great YouTube campaigns.
Thank you to you. It was our pleasure.
Thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this session.